Hi, Sylvia.
Hello.
Sylvia Marquezan. I hope I pronounced your name right. Marquezan.
Better than the others is for
Marquezan.
sure.
Oh, thank you, Sylvia. Sylvia, it's a big honor for me to start this new series of From a Distance, speaking with you as the single spokeswoman, the spokeslady for Venice Vocal Jam. It's really great to kick this new season of IAS interviews from a distance with you, and especially this month because I know it's been a great month for Venice Vocal Jam.
Vita in te ci credo, le nebbie si diradano, che oramai ti vedo. Non è stato facile uscire da un passato che mi ha lavato l'anima fino a quasi a renderla un po' sdrucita. Vita io ti vedo.
Tell us a little bit. Tell the people out there who don't know the group, who I'm sure will know very soon about you guys. Tell us a little bit about you, when you started and...
Yes. Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for having me. I will speak for all the group that couldn't be here with me, and everybody say hi to you, and it's such a big honor. What to say? I'm Silvia, nice to meet you, and I'm a mezzo soprano of the Venice Vocal Jam. This is, as you know, is a cappella vocal group made by 7 members. There are 2 sopranos, so that will be me and Anna. And there will be then 2 altos, Arianna and Elisa, 2 tenors, Emiliano and Oscar, and then a bass and beatboxer, that is Marco. Our group, I will say that the last formation of the group, it born 7 years ago. 7 years ago, we met each other. Some of us met each other like 20 years ago. We started singing in a gospel choir all together, and then some of us, let's just decide, okay, we want to do something more. We want to be like without music. We want to create music. We want to make music with our voices. So at the beginning, let's say we just start playing around and copying the big as the king singers or the swingle singers. For us was just like a high level that we want to reach. And still we are trying to reach it, obviously. And after 6-7 years, we started in 12, and then life goes on. Everyone made these choices, and now there's 7 of us. And I think that we reached the perfect balance. The women can swap lines with each other. The men can do the same. So yeah.
And you all were singing together, but you all had your own jobs. You were all going through life doing different things. Were some of you working in music as singers, or were you doing different things, teaching or lawyers or what? How was that working?
Okay, none of us is a professional. So everyone has got the second job. For example, I'm a pharmacist. I'm living in London. I'm doing the pharmacist. The other members of group, some of them works in education. Some of them teach singing, but work as a second job. But everyone just sing since they were young, really, really young. So we start just studying with private teacher. Oscar actually is a conservatory. It's got a diploma in conservatory, and
as a classical singer, or as a And where was that? Where was he? Whereabouts?
Where was it?
In Venice, or?
Yes. He studied in Venice, and is actually as an alto. Is a lyric alto.
Wow.
Yes,
so we we often think, and please forgive this ignorance, but often we think of Italy as being quite classical. We think there are some areas that are very famous for its classical choral singing. Arezzo, with its famous competition in Arezzo and its famous choral conducting school,
yes,
which I know well, and I know the competition well, having worked there. We don't always think of jazz singing. You know, we think of jazz groups, we think of American groups, we seem to think of Scandinavian groups for some reason.
Oh yeah.
But there is a very, very strong kind of new jazz feeling in Italy going on. And I know that now the top soprano in the Swingle Singers is from
Federica, yeah.
Exactly. Is from Italy. And
it's from close to Venice there.
I saw them a few years ago, the Swingles, in Leipzig. We were working in the same festival. I was doing the competition part, and they were singing a concert. And I thought, there's an Italian. I didn't know the Italians sang jazz, but there is a very strong, in that part of the world where you're from, there's a very strong jazz gospel feeling.
Yes, I would say so. I from when I remember, I always knew people who were doing jazz or who were doing gospel choir, not so much lyrical, and maybe forgive me, maybe I'm wrong, but lyrical is more for the south part of the Italy. I always, known as my friend musician, always do jazz. So I don't know that if it can count, but the only person that I know doing lyrica is actually Oscar, that is doing the Fenice as well. So the famous theater in Venice.
Yeah. And is this a special, we know that you're in the north, and that area of the world is completely different to the south of Italy.
Yeah, different cultures. Yeah.
And do you think this is a northern Italy thing? This gospel and jazz, this kind of.
I don't want to like separate, but it happens that I know more lyrical singer from the south than from the north, and the vice versa. So more jazz pianists or singers in the north part, Torino, for example, northwest or northeast of Italy, than in the south.
Sure.
And also there are more maybe conservatory that has as a topic jazz.
Sure.
Like Bologna
And in Torino, one of the best choirs I ever heard was in the Conservatorio Giuseppe Verdi. That choir there, of students, they sang so fantastically well. I remember, but it's a long time ago I heard them. I went to do a little we were doing a concert in Torino and we went to hear this. But as a classical choir, I remember at the time thinking, wow, that's a really good, it sounded like a Swedish choir or, a Scandinavian choir. It was really good. So we know there is fantastic singing in Italy. Tell us a little bit about how you organize yourselves, how I know we've just had a year of lockdowns and craziness, but when you started together, how concerts happen and how does all that work? And do you go outside of Italy at the moment, or how's that working?
You mean for the creation of the album, or you mean how?
I think before the album came about, were you mainly doing concerts, or were you doing mainly things for radio or television or live concerts? Tell us a little bit about your performing history.
Okay. So, yes, I will start to say that in Italy, the a cappella world is not as in England or in America or in Scandinavian, that's for sure. So the a cappella is like something that is special. So it is being treated like special for some good reason, and some good happens and some not good happens, because we are not a gospel choir. So people that doesn't understand actually the difference can like that or not. So since that, we started doing at the first years, we just walk through mountain rails. We reached the chalet and we just sang there for the people were walking by. That were our first public.
Yeah, we call it in England, we call it busking, where you just get together and just perform for fun. Yeah.
Oh, you do that? Oh, busking. Yeah. Okay. And then someone like the people get to know us, so they became to ask her about, I don't know, weddings or ceremonies or I don't know, graduation and baptism. And then we start playing around in like a little theater, little festival. The first for us, first gig was in 2019, so really new. We sang at Vocalmente Festival, and maybe you know, with Eric Bosio, that
that's very only a few years ago.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. the biggest concert, I will say. Yeah. We did it in the past, but that one was precisely the moment that we recorded. We recorded also one of the songs that is in the CD. That precise recording is in the CD, so we kept that.
Wow.
As like remembering this moment. And we just playing in the theater.
Okay.
Just play theater.
Well, let me fast forward.
Yeah.
Not too many years. You decide you're going to make an album. You know you've got enough songs, you're singing them well enough, and you want to make a CD. And tell us a little bit about this, because I know that there was some crowdfunding. Yeah. You went out to your friends, to your fans, to people who were supporting you. You made a video, which actually is available on YouTube. It's very kind of sweet, because you're very open and say, we want to do this, but we need some help. Yeah. Tell us a little bit how that worked.
Okay, so when we started to do some concert, obviously everything that came from the concert went in our bank. Yeah. But to create a project, to want to create a show, everything needs a budget. And right now there's no for us, there's no possibility to have a producer or someone that can help with all the costs that the show and the CD will require. So we just thought, okay, we got some friends. They will get to know us, and in exchange of some little help, we got some content. We got some like budget. I don't know, a T-shirt or the preview of the first single release, or the digital copy of the CD, or the physical copy.
Yeah.
And we decided to ask for help because we really wanted to do it. After all, even if it's a really new reality, we are singing together for almost 10 years. So for us was like, okay, let's go out with a CD on the 10th anniversary. And thank you for everyone.
It's really and what is so lovely is that this month in the Cara Awards, these very important a cappella awards, not only one award, but you win 2, which is fantastic. You know, this is best European album, best jazz album. Now that's pretty amazing, isn't it? So this is going to, I would have thought, change things for you quite a lot, because if you've won this, people who have a cappella festivals around the world will start to say, well, we want those guys to come and sing at our festival. I can think of several festivals who would have you very easy. You know, there's a fantastic a cappella festival in Leipzig, in Germany. There's the a cappella festival in London. You know, they're and I would have thought, you know, that things are going to open up pretty soon for you. And that's where the difficulty comes, because everybody's doing their jobs. You're in London, some are in Venice, some are in...
Yeah.
Oh, they're all in Venice. Okay. So it kind of... And that's where professional love and then being professional kind of can be a bit difficult. So you've got some big decisions to make.
Yes.
But it's quite an exciting month for you. I'm so you know, amazed to see how that happened so quickly. But as you say, years of love and years of singing. Tell us about your arrangements. Do you have one arranger, two people who arrange in the group, or friends? How's that work?
Okay. For the album, for example, we asked to some people to arrange the song. For example, Edward Randall, he arranged Back Pocket. So for us was such an honor. And then we got our producer, that is Eric Bosio from the Clusters.
Yes.
So he and the other two magnificent people, that is Jussi Sidenius and Morten Winter Sursen, the three musketeers, they wrote down some song for us.
Yeah.
And we've got also one of your friends as well, Lorenzo Fattambrini, that he played an important part in arranging some songs. One of the one is in the album is Riva del Mar, is the one in the Venetian dialect.
Yeah,
he arranged it for us. And yeah, for this album, Anna and Elisa, the alto and the soprano, they wrote 2 songs. But since we are not professional, we'd ask for help every time to arrange and put it in a nice form.
Yeah, good. So the album has got 10 songs, and the album reflects you guys. I mean, it's got contemporary English lyrics. It's got some Venetian
dialect,
which reflects you. In fact, the name of the album in English is Raise, but I think it's a Raiz.
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah. Raize, yes.
Which means in Venetian?
Roots,
which is a fantastic, lovely story. And it's really lovely. And I love the videos. I mean, everybody falls in love with Venice, you know, is this, you know, English people love to go, German people love to go, everybody around the world loves to go to Venice. To have a vocal group from Venice and can say, this is our home. Yeah. This is where we're from, and we are singing this a cappella. What a fantastic winning combination. We're featuring one of your songs, The Way Back Home, and also some of the song Vita. Can you tell us a little bit about the song Way Back Home?
Yes.
These are the fields where I used to run, and the birds over there that my brother was scared. I know it's been years since I last was here, but I still know the way, and I'm coming today. So open all doors and let everyone know that I'm making my way back to bed. My worries seem lighter
So it's been written by Homestay Music, so Eric Bosio, Morten Wintersersen, and UCC Daniels.
So original song.
Yeah, it's an original song that is being created for us, and it's the one that we love the most. It was the first original song that everyone has ever written for us. So that was the first. You know how it is with the first of everything. You will leave your heart with that. And but it's special with that song that actually represent us in different way. Every one of us has different meanings for that song. For me, example, that I'm the only one who's living abroad. For me, when they say open all doors and let everybody know that I'm coming home, for me is the reality. So, or for example, everyone that exactly gather together and sing together for us represents also coming home. So it's really deep and emotional.
I love the song, and I think it's wonderful. I think you have such a wonderful energy to your group, a real vibrancy and a real freshness, and the sound is fantastic. So, you know, I wish you all the best in the future. You don't need it. Some of your influences are some well-established groups like the Swingles, like the Real Group and Rioton. I think somehow your group sound is not like any of them, but it's something special and very Italian in a way. It's a very high sound, and it's a great sound. I wish you well with the future. Please send my regards to all of the group and wish them well. I think your 2022 might become a very busy year for you.
Let's hope.
And maybe the London Pharmacy may have to let you go on a very long holiday.
That would be great.
I hope so. Have anything's come in already? I mean,
there are something, but you know.
Well, it's still May. It's still May, and it's just happened.
Exactly. And then there's COVID still. There's the regulation. You don't know if you can move. So far we got contacted by some people, but we don't know if we can actually go this year.
Sure.
So it could be this year, it could be the next year. Who knows? But we will keep in touch.
So if we want to. Everybody who's watching this, if they want to go and download the album, where's the best place for them to go and do that?
Okay, we've got in all digital platform, and also, let me show you this.
Oh,
this is the physical copy made by Manuel Nurra, is the designer. He created it for us.
Very nice.
They can DM in our profile and we can send it. And a copy, obviously, will arrive to you too.
Oh, you're so kind. Silvia Marchesen, all the best for the future. And congratulations on such a wonderful success, and for creating sounds that are of the highest quality. You've set, we say in English, you set the bar very high for everybody. You know, and I just hope that you guys find the time together to make now some touring, some concerts, some big festivals, and to turn your album into something more live. That will be fantastic. Don't go away, but for now, thank you very much, and it was lovely to talk.
Thank you.